right. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. Today, we are diving deep into a hot topic in the DeFi space. Venus Protocol is making its way onto Optimism.
Yeah, big move.
Definitely a big deal. We've got a ton of articles here to pick apart and help us understand exactly why this is so significant, what it means for the DeFi landscape, and what kind of opportunities it might bring.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so first things first.
First things first.
For those maybe newer to the DeFi space who haven't yet really gotten into DeFi lending platforms,
Yeah.
can you give us a quick breakdown of what is Venus? What does it do?
Yeah, so Venus is basically imagine a world where you don't have to go to a bank. You can be your own bank.
Love it.
You can lend your crypto out and earn interest, or let's say you need some cash. You can borrow against that crypto that you have.
Yeah.
And this is all done without a centralized party like a bank.
I like it. So you're basically cutting out the middleman.
Exactly.
You're becoming your own bank.
That's the beauty of DeFi.
I like it.
And Venus is a platform that is doing that.
Yeah, and they're making a pretty big splash by expanding to Optimism, which, again, for those who aren't familiar, is a layer 2 solution for Ethereum. So big move for Venus. They're already a leading DeFi platform. Like, they're not just kind of testing the waters here. They're really going all in.
And it shows a lot of confidence in the layer 2 solutions, right? It's not just a fad. They're here to stay.
Yeah.
And I think this move really signals that, they believe in the future of DeFi being on layer 2s.
Okay, so I feel like we got to back up a little bit.
Yeah.
For those of us, myself possibly included, who have not yet fully entered the world of layer 2s, what is Optimism? What is it all about?
Okay, so think of Ethereum as like a busy city, right? Lots of traffic, everything is expensive.
High rent?
High rent, exactly.
Gas fees.
Gas fees are through the roof.
Yeah.
So Optimism is like building a superhighway around the city.
Yep.
So it allows for transactions to happen much faster because you're not stuck in traffic, and much cheaper. But at the end of the day, you're still kind of like relying on the security and like the foundation of that main city, which is Ethereum in this case.
I like that. So it's sort of like, I don't know if this analogy works, but it's like it's still connected to Ethereum, still relying on its security and all that, but it's kind of like its own thing a little bit.
Exactly. Like a suburb almost. You still get the benefits of the city, but it's cheaper, faster,
Not paying city prices.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So smoother, cheaper DeFi interactions.
Yes.
That's the promise of Optimism.
Yes.
And Venus is taking advantage of that. What does it actually look like for users who are wanting to use Venus on Optimism?
So they're launching with 5 major assets to start. WBTC, WETH, USDT, native USDC, and OP.
Makes sense. Focus on those big ones. Smart.
Right. I think the key word here is liquidity, right? They want to make sure that when users come to the platform, they're not trading some obscure token that's not liquid.
Right.
And these assets are in high demand on Optimism already.
Sure.
So it makes it easy for users to kind of jump in.
It's all about ease of use.
Exactly.
That's what they're going for, which I
Yes.
appreciate. Now, you mentioned something before we started recording about how this is going beyond just kind of the basic functionality of Venus. They're also bringing their Venus Prime program to Optimism. What is that? Can you tell us a little bit about Venus Prime?
Yeah. So Venus Prime is, imagine you're earning interest already, right, on your crypto. This is like getting bonus interest on top of it because you're a loyal Venus user.
Right.
So it's all about incentivizing the users to be more engaged in the Venus ecosystem.
So you become a more dedicated Venus user, you get more rewards.
Exactly.
Okay.
I like it.
So it's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
All right, so Venus is going to Optimism. They're bringing Venus Prime with them. This is a big expansion for them. Yeah. Let's bring it back to our listeners for a sec. Why does this matter for them? Why should they care?
Well, I think at the end of the day, this is not just about, some technical upgrade or, it's about making DeFi more accessible to the average user.
Yeah, go
like we talked about, faster transactions, lower fees, better user experience on the platform.
It's all connected.
Exactly, yeah. And with Venus Prime coming into the picture.
Isn't it more opportunity?
More opportunities, yeah. Greater returns potentially, and new ways to kind of engage within the ecosystem.
So it's almost like watching DeFi become more integrated right before our very eyes.
Exactly, yeah.
And easier to use, which I appreciate.
It's an exciting time.
It is an exciting time to be involved in this space. I think Venus expanding to Optimism, it kind of begs the question, as DeFi becomes even more accessible, more user-friendly, what other possibilities are out there? What else is going to happen? Something to think about as we continue to explore the wild world of DeFi.